Yeah, that's great. That kind of builds their timeline, and we know where they're at.
Yeah.
And then they have Ben McLemore and Dante Davis, and a 2021 second round pick were traded to the Kings for Garrett Temple to the Grizzlies. Uh, I guess the Grizzlies get the best player in this deal with Garrett Temple.
Yeah, he could shoot threes. He's 31 years old. I guess the Grizzlies are trying real hard to win next season. Big mistake in my opinion because now Conley and Gasol only get a year older, but they are pretty stubborn about it. Good for them. They are trying to win. They don't get rid of much. McLemore's 25, decent three-point shooter, but hasn't played much. Davis was selected with the 31st pick. I believe it was 2 drafts ago, I should say, so 2017. He could rebound and finishes around the rim, but that's about it. His game's pretty limited to probably similarly 18 to 20 minutes at peak if he reaches that potential.
Sure.
Then let's go another. This is about as petty as it gets in terms of trades. Dakari Jones and cash to the Magic for Rodney Purvis to the Thunder. The only reason the Thunder make this trade is because both players are on minimum contracts for about $1.3 million. Rodney Purvis's contract was non-guaranteed. Thunder could waive him, sign another player on a rookie scale contract, which is about not a rookie scale contract, but the rookie minimum, which is about $830 million for a rookie. Yeah, for a rookie to come in and earn, saves them about $500,000 on their salary cap, which would have probably about $3 to $4 million in terms of luxury tax, which for the owner again, something that's real nice. Yeah. Another trade actually involving Darrell Arthur, who had just been traded to Brooklyn. He goes to the Suns for Jerry Dudley in a 2021 second round pick. Both players are on 1-year deals at about $7 to $8 million. I guess the Phoenix sees something in Darrell Arthur that they didn't see in Jared Dudley. I no clue why they'd give up a second round pick. To me, even a second round pick isn't worth it to make this deal. But I guess they see something in Darrell Arthur. Didn't play much last year. Stretches the floor just a little better than Jared Dudley. So I guess they really wanted something in this.
Maybe they believe Arthur will have a more positive influence in some of the young talent. But I don't know. They made a deal. Whatever. I don't think it's not going to make or break any of the teams here.
Yeah. And the final, which is not a deal, but this is a deal that was potentially could happen and was reported soon after Philadelphia acquired Mike Muscala. It was reported that they are trying to trade for Kyle Korver, essentially swap out Jared Bayless for Kyle Korver, who both have a year left on their deal now. Kyle Korver does have 2 years left. That second year is non-guaranteed. So essentially 1 year left on their deals. Both make about $8 million. Obviously, Korver is a better snipe shooter than Jared Bayless. He made about 2.2 three-pointers last year at a 43% clip. Very solid. That's all he provides you with. That's all they would want out of him.
Yeah, in order for this, if I'm Cleveland, I'd probably want at least the second round pick, maybe one of the late second round picks. Philadelphia's got a lot.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, they would get a second round pick out of this for sure, at least one.
And then, Korver to the Sixers would only help them get in there another option, another ring off the bench.
Yes, exactly. So really, if they get it, great. If not, they probably won't suffer too much. But I think this trade will eventually happen. This was actually one I felt when discussing the Cleveland rebuild I thought made the most sense. Philadelphia has a lot of second round picks over the next 5 years, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind sparing 1 or 2 to get Kyle Korver on their roster. All right, so real quick, do we want to recap the Kawhi Leonard trade, the winners and losers of that trade?
So we thought the winners of that trade were Greg Popovich, DeMar DeRozan, Toronto Raptors, and the LA Lakers. We thought those were the 4 biggest winners. And then the losers we talked about were the
Philadelphia 76ers. And I believe that was actually...
And that's pretty much all the losers we talked about. I do think we should say that Toronto Raptors can end up being losers in the trade if he walks away. But then again, they're just kind of going to rebuild without getting any assets for DeMar DeRozan. The other trade that we just talked a little bit about was the Carmelo Anthony trade, and we thought that the biggest winners there were the Oklahoma City Thunder. because they get another player. Now, he is a little bit expensive for a couple years, but they get another player, and they at least lost Carmelo Anthony's salary for this year, and they won't be paying in the luxury tax. And the other trades, we're not.
No, they'll be paying in the luxury tax.
They will.
Not as much,
they're not going to be paying much less, so they're just going to save themselves some money. And we will skip recapping any of the other trades because none of them are that big. It does seem like the NBA offseason is going to start to become less and less action. So we're gonna try to do a little bit more creative things with this podcast. Talk about some rebuilds. Maybe we'll talk about some rules with salary caps, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, hopefully get in some historical trades, and we had an idea that we want to throw out that might not be trade related, but it's something that we'll just have fun with because of the fact that right now the offseason's about to get real boring up until September when training camp starts. So thank you guys for listening.
Yes, as always, please follow us on Twitter at NBA Trade Zones. You can like our Facebook page, also NBA Trade Zones. We have an Instagram at NBA Trade Zones. And if you want to send us any questions, you could DM us on Twitter, Instagram, or email us at NBATradeZones@gmail.com. We'd always love to respond to any of your questions, talk about any of your ideas, proposals that you have. Maybe if you have a team you want us to try to rebuild, let us know. And rate us on iTunes.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope to hear from you with any opinions or ideas you guys may have for us.
All right. Thank you.